Well, hi, this is Ken with Village Green, and I'm at a landscape that we installed right at 3 years ago. And I wanted you guys to see the layout. A lot of times people will ask, well, what's this going to look like in 2 or 3 years? So this is a great example of that, and also to give a better idea of screening and how to do that properly. So as I mentioned, we installed this landscape about 3 years ago. And it's a pretty good sized place. This was a blank slate. There was nothing here at this home when we installed it. And when we were first talking, they didn't even have a swimming pool in the back. That was about to be installed. But a lot of people will ask, well, what's this going to look like in a few years? And you can see these were very small plants. These were 1-gallon size plants when we installed them. This is giant liribe that's here, that's blowing in the breeze there. And then behind that, these are nandinas. The point of the nandinas is to have something a little bit larger in a few more years. These will get about 4 feet tall or so, and these are going to frame the entrance of this home. And then as we go along, you'll see that she has this large blank brick wall, and we're using larger plants. And at the time when we put these in, the spacing looked really wide and broad open. It didn't look like it was going to fill in, but you can see now these are dwarf Burford holly plants, and then behind those are variegated pittosporum. That's that cream color, and that's, as time goes on, that's going to fill in on this brick wall and look nice and screen that. Then this is a flagstone patio done by Andres, our mason. And then as we go around, she has a swimming pool. And we've strategically placed trees to screen that pool, but still have it feel fairly wide open from the inside. Even to the point of, you can see the gaps here, but what these gaps do is we've got these little gem magnolias here, we've got a vitex behind on the inside, and then another little gem magnolia. And what that's doing is giving somewhat of an open screen, and that takes out of play some of these other homes that are right across the street. And then these are Savannah hollies. These are full to the ground, which means we're using those as a screen all the way down. And so while you can still see the pool for now, eventually these are going to fill in and screen that. Now I'm going to walk to the inside. As I mentioned, when we first came out here, this pool was not here, the arbor wasn't here, and the company that did that did a really nice job. Then our job was to make this fit into the backyard. It's a big open backyard, and we wanted to soften it and add in dashes of color, but we also wanted to screen it so you have a little bit of privacy for that pool. And here's the inside out view we talked about, where those Savannah hollies are starting to screen out some of those houses. Then you also have houses along the back fence. These plants here, these are Indian hawthorns, but it's an unusual type of Indian hawthorn. This is a majestic beauty. You can see how tall, I mean, these were just 5-gallon plants when they went in. You can see how tall these things are getting. They're about 5-6 feet tall. And as time goes on, it's taking out the home right behind out of play. And these other plants along here will also get somewhere around 4 or 5 feet tall over time. So while it's going to be an open place, the plants will help give a little bit of privacy. And then we have all kinds of interesting colors and textures around this swimming pool. So this gives you a feel for what a landscape's going to look like after 3 years of growth. They look pretty small when they go in at times, but once they fill in, you can see that this spacing really was about right. This is Ken with Village Green, giving you your latest landscape quick tip.